Hello, Comedy Store. How are we? Are we good? That's good. God, I'm so glad you're not evil. That's good. Welcome along. Hey, I don't want to start my set on a downer at all, but I did read some distressing news a moment ago. I read something on Twitter. I'm not sure whether you guys have read this yet. It's quite sad. The letter Q and the letter U have officially broken up. They're no longer together anymore, Q and U. They're sort of everywhere. They're sort of hanging out together all the time, aren't they? Sort of loquacious, frequency, requiem. There they were just there a second ago. But sort of not together anymore, which kind of makes me feel a bit sad. I mean, they've sort of really been the ultimate, alphabet power couple, really. But they're no longer together. ING, I guess they have ing, but they're a little more polyamorous. They're allowed to see other letters, but Q and U no longer together anymore. I know, it makes me feel a bit sad inside, a little empty, full of questions. So there we go. That's all right. Bit of a Scrabble joke off the top. That's all right. So that's right. My name is Chloe. If you are looking, you'll probably notice something a little bit different about me. And if you are thinking it, yes, you are correct. That's right. I don't wear a watch. No, that's right. I am transgender. That's right. I am trans. I'm from Transylvania, and I've been living full time now. It's been 5 years. 5 years since last October, which is pretty cool. I know, everyone's doing it. But of course, I've been taking hormones for about the same amount of time. It's done fuck all for my multitasking, but it has cured my man flu. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Of course, it's been a bit of a weird time, a bit of a different time. I mean, coming out to my parents was pretty weird. Coming out to my family, my mum, especially my mum, was like, it's like he's gone and joined a weird cult or something. And I was like, Mum, it's not like that, okay? It's not like that at all. Let me explain, okay? It's not like that. She's gone and joined a weird cult. Got a bit of catching up to do. I've learned some valuable life lessons since coming out. I really have. I've learned some valuable lessons. One of the things I've learned, maybe some of the ladies can back me up here as well, not all mirrors are kind. Sometimes you can look in the mirror in the morning and think, fuck, I'm owning this. Other times you look in the mirror and think, no, just charity. Good rules. I also noticed as well that very important, not all shoes are everyday shoes. Tonight I'm wearing the 20 minutes at a time shoes, so there we go. I also learned as well, if you're doing the dishes at night and you want to pull your sleeves up to do the dishes, you need to hold up your sleeves really tight, or else you might accidentally slip and punch yourself in the boob, which really fucking hurts, I found out. So there's always that. Of course, what else do you need to know about me? I'm bisexual as well, so I guess there was some sort of 2-for-1 diversity deal. But I'm getting into dating, which is good. I'm on Tinder, which is great. I'm on Tinder, thank you, yeah, I'm on Tinder. And I get it, ladies, I get it. I got my own fair share of dick pics as well. They never seem that keen when you send one back. But I thought you said you liked me. I thought you said you were into surprises. I thought I'd try and find someone with a bit of smarts. I was trying to find someone with a bit of smarts about them. I was sort of flirting with this one boy. I was like, hey, handsome, tell me, what was the last book you read? And he sent me a photo of his dick. So I shot back, I was like, oh great, has your dick read a book? And he shot back with a cat in a hat. I was like, oh great. Where are you? Mama's not going to turn that down. His dick can read. So, pretty cool. Of course, I've had to give up a lot of things since coming out. I really have. I've had to give up a lot of things. Mansplaining. I'm not allowed to mansplain anymore. If you don't know what mansplaining is, actually, it's a systemic form of misogyny that robs women of their own intellectual agency. Not to split hairs. I've also had to give up talking over women. And stealing their ideas and pretending they're my own. So there's a bit of learning involved. It's all right. It's all right. Of course, I should point out as well. I do have a bit of a deep voice. I like to think I can own that. I like to think I can be a woman with a deep voice. There's no reason or rhyme I should need to change that. But of course, I did look into voice training. I really did. I looked into voice training, and it turns out like the only way to make my voice sound even vaguely feminine is if I put on an American accent, which is really weird because coming out as a woman was hard enough. Coming out as an arrogant asshole is a bit of a stretch. No offense, please. No offense to any arrogant assholes in the room. But obviously, it's a very difficult time to be. Or it's always been a challenging time to be a woman. It's definitely a difficult time to be a man. With the Me Too movement, or as men call it, the Who Me movement. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty fucking happy I changed teams when I did. Well, I guess I was always on the right team. I guess I was just benched for a good 40+ years. So it's quite weird. I got heckled recently. That was very weird. I got heckled recently. I don't get heckled very much. I like to think I've sort of built up a bit of diversity armor, I think. But I got heckled. I came out on stage this one show, and this guy yells out, he goes, "Ha! Show us your tits!" No, a classic. And I was like, "No, sorry, sir, I'm not going to show you my tits. But I would like to show you some gratitude. They are partly sponsored by Medicare, so your tax dollars at work, buddy." It was like, he was one of those hecklers too that kind of, keeps mistaking like a comedy show for a conversation. He really wouldn't let it go, so I sort of just had to say to him, "Look, I'm sorry, buddy, but I really appreciate your input, but all I'm really hearing is that you ache for my touch." And he really wouldn't let it go at that point. So I just sort of had to put him in place. I said, "Look, I really like the fact that you're here. It's really great. But on behalf of me and the audience, I'd really appreciate it if you if you stop being a cunt while I'm saving up for mine." So. Yes, I have now used up all my best heckle lines. So just anyone in the audience, remember, a heckle is a hate crime. Okay, so but of course, I love being who I am. I love being who I am. I don't have to think twice about who I am anymore, which is just really the most loveliest thing for me. But it does present some really it's piss easy. It's fine. But what's lovely is that it presents some unique situations. I was on Facebook the other week and someone was playing one of those silly Facebook games. And one of those games it was like, "Hey, all right, so the last film you saw describes your vagina." And I could not make this up. The last film I watched was Inside Out.